So the next sort of phase of Shintoism, or the feature, I guess, of Shintoism is the Jinja, the Shinto shrine. So where do these kami reside? They reside in these shrines. That's where they live. So you go to them, and most, as we'll see, I mean, shrines have a certain layout. There's certain elements of them. You can see there's always a tori, a gate, and then you have a hoden, sort of a sort of front part, and the heiden, where the little bit back behind there. Um, we'll see this. I'll lay it out there for you. But there's a lot of other sort of features of these shrines. So again, there's 80,000 maybe estimated in Japan. I mean, they're everywhere, and they're amazing, and each one is unique in its own self, which is great. You go to shrines for, I mean, you conduct prayers, rituals, festivals. You go on New Year's, personal milestones. If there's certain there's certain ages you kind of progress within Japan, like 3, 5, 7, I want to say something like that. So then you would go to the shrine for that. Spiritual guidance, right? Or if you just need something, right? You go to the shrine and say, hey, just get me through this, right? So there's very much part of life in Japan. You can just go to these shrines. And there's a way to kind of reconnect with the cosmos, spirituality, but also just reconnect with yourself. Just hang out, and again, a lot of them are around these very beautiful spots. There, I mean, they're connected to nature. They're surrounded by gardens. There's sacred trees. So you can just spend a day, a few hours walking around these shrines, just kind of, that's what they're meant to be. They're meant to be reflective there. So, yeah, the shrines. We'll look at them in a little more detail. Famous ones, Ise we'll look at. Fushimi Inari I've talked about a lot. Utsukushima, that's the famous tori in the lake. Toshogu, this is a famous one up in Nikko. Izumo is sort of on the west coast of Japan, the other side of Japan. And Meiji is a big Meiji shrine in Tokyo, or some of the major Shinto shrines. But again, there's the Shinto shrines come in all shapes and sizes, from big, huge, elaborate ones to very small little neighborhood shrines. And they're all great to visit. But overall, there's typical sort of like areas of these shrines. They all kind of have a similar look. There's a tori, the gate. Just one quick thing to keep in mind: don't walk right down the middle. Always walk to one side, because in the middle, in this hon, in the main sanctuary, there's usually a mirror, similar to Amaterasu story, sticking out. So the Amaterasu is supposed to look to that mirror, not you. So if you're walking in, walk to the side or walk to the other side. Try not to sit right in the middle there. Temizuya is up here. You'll see, and actually I have a little video of, before you enter a shrine, there's a protocol. You need to wash your hands and your face, kind of clean yourself. Purification fountain, so go there. Tamagaki, there's usually a fence that sort of distinguishes between the inside, the profane exterior, and the inside there. The sacred inside, so a barrier. There's usually guardian dogs, lions, dogs. They can take like all sorts of forms. They could even be the fox, the inaris there. And then the main thing when you walk through, the first thing you'll see is this heiden, the worship hall. And then behind that is the honden, and this is where the kami live. A lot of times you're not allowed; only the priests are allowed to go back in there. But the worshippers can go to the heiden here. Chinju no Mori, there's sacred garden, sacred forest, always around there. Shinboku, there's usually a big tree somewhere usually on the interior of the gate. Again, that's kind of that sacred kami tree there. And then the shamusho is the shrine office, and then where you can get all your omikujis, your paper wrappers, or the omomori, these amulets you can get, or the ema, these wooden plaques you can write on. So if you're ever inside if you go to a shrine, you can get these little amulets, things that you can, for prayers and various things there. But most of these shrines have all of these components there. Just to kind of look at them a little more. Here's the temizuya. There's these little, how you kind of wash. You gotta wash left hand, right hand, I think. Yeah, left hand, right hand, in the mouth, and then clean it off. Here's a garden. This is the one in Kyoto, the Heian, another, I think it's the Heian one. shrine in Kyoto. This is a Haiden here, so you can see this is. I'm not sure where this is, but you see the front entrance, and then this is the Hoden, the sanctuary. You can tell by these the different architecture here. So they're inside the gate. So this is the ceremonial gate. So here people can go. Normal people here. There's more priests. They can go there. Just layout. This is the Shamanshuri. This is things you can buy there. So this is like an interior of a shrine. So you can go, and this is kind of a smaller one. This is the Heiden here, and then back behind was the Hoden, so you can go in there. But people just milling about. This is the Shamusho, where you can buy the stuff. Here's the omamori that you can get. You like little good luck stuff. Emma, the wooden plaques, so you write a little wish on there and put them around. So various things you can get in the shrines. Any shrine you want. There are Shinto priests, so I mean and they conduct the rituals. They know the prayers, so there are prayers that have been recorded and passed down. But again, it's not like there's not like a Bible. So these things are just sort of recorded, and you do certain prayers for certain offerings, certain times of the day, certain festivals, certain rituals. There's different types of Shinto priests. Here's one dressed up here. And the Miko are these sort of shrine attendants. There's special dance, Kagura dance that they perform there. And then there's Shinto shrine symbols that are around. The Gohei, you'll see, but this priest isn't holding it, it's holding something else. But there's these sort of ceremonial wands that they'll do the blessings with. The Shide, these paper streamers. Usually these wands, the Gohei, have these streamers on them, kind of folded paper there. Sometimes they represent sort of lightning in some ways. And then these shimenawa, these straw ropes, you'll see them all over. Again, the straws is made out of, typically it's made out of rice straw. So again, the connection to rice is very important. And then the sacred mirror, the Shinkyo, here you'll see each in the back. If you look in the back of each, if you can see there, and most in the back of all shrines are these mirrors. And then the mikoshi are these, and we'll talk about this when we get into festivals a little bit more too, is these portable. So the kami, when there's festivals going on, you want to move the kami and bring it out of the shrine. The kami will get in spiritually be put in this mikoshi, and then these are little plaques, palicans, then people can take turns kind of carrying around, so you can take the kami to other shrines. So if you see like big videos of festivals and you see maybe a bunch of people holding these palanquins, that's what these mikoshi is. And you can, in certain festivals, the kami actually come out of the shrine or move to a different shrine and move around. And this is where if they ever leave the shrine grounds, this is what they come in, these mikoshi here. Again, just some of these major shrine. Ise, there's the Naiku, the inner one. This is for Amaterasu. So you can kind of see this is the Heiden here, Hoden, there's the Tori, the outer Geku shrine there. And you can kind of see the shrine. This is the sort of typical Shinto architecture there. And this is Mie, Ise, sort of near Nara as well. And there's a lot of other shrines around. And then, interestingly enough, Hilo, the Daijingu, has a lot of shrines as well, or has its own Shinto shrine. You can go visit it. The first Shinto shrine was the first one outside of Japan was built in Hilo, in Shinmachi, which was originally built in 1898. And it was closed during World War II because of some issues. But then in 1960, it was destroyed by the tsunami of 1960. So that was the first Shinto shrine in Hilo. And then it was rebuilt, and actually just right up by Waikea Intermediate School there, right across the street there. There's a Shinto shrine. It's rebuilt in 1966. You can go visit the inside of it here. You can see all the different things that we've just talked about, parts of the shrine, the Haiden here. You can go, and there's actually a few things that are left over from the original shrine structure that have been moved to this thing. So if you ever want to go see a Shinto shrine, we have one in Hilo. Feel free to go visit it. You can just walk in, and then they're very friendly. They'll show you all around, and they'll even give you a little prayer.